Hey everybody, my name's Tori. I'm an inshore guide in Venice and Buras, Louisiana. As many of you know, I had my boat stolen in January of this year. So I just wanted to hop on here and pretty much give the rundown about what exactly happened. So I had ran a trip that Thursday and left, locked my boat up, put my gear where it goes, everything was fine, tucked away, drove off, no worries in the world, because I'd be back for Tuesday. So on, I think it was Sunday, I had gotten a call from my camp neighbor saying that he was wondering where my boat was because it wasn't in the slip, and he asked if I had brought it to the lodge, and I said, no, I didn't bring my boat to the lodge. And I said, you know what? I don't really believe you. I think y'all are playing some sort of like cruel joke on me, but it's really not that funny. If you're being serious, FaceTime me. So he FaceTimes me and the boat's gone. The only thing that was left was my pink Yeti bucket. That's all I left. Boat was gone, like nothing left behind, no signs of anyone even being there. So naturally, after being in shock for a second, I text people that I know. I'm like, hey, by any chance, did you use the boat? And just not bring it back, just hoping for the best here. And their answers were no. So we called up the non-emergency number, filed a stolen boat report, and sheriffs came out, talked to my neighbor, got all the information, because I was 2 hours away at this point. I planned on going back on that Tuesday to do some work around the camp to the boat, you know, maintenance stuff, needed an oil change. Well, after filing a report with the police, had to go through insurance, wildlife and fisheries, Coast Guard, you know, the full shebang. And then I made a post online on my Facebook and Instagram basically saying, hey, my boat's stolen. And many people had shared it. They had messaged me saying, you know, I'm sorry this has happened. If I can help you in any way, let me know. And I kind of feel like the community just kind of came together for me. And I mean, the amount of contacts I had from strangers just trying to support me in any way possible, sharing the post, liking the post. I mean, it became everywhere. Like on everyone's timelines, it was stolen black Skeeter, stolen black Skeeter, stolen black Skeeter. And it wasn't even 48 hours till it was recovered. And I'll tell you how. So for those who haven't seen, after I shared that post, a local down there who takes many walks, he started, what would I say? He started kind of posting what he finds on his walks, odd things, his walk, how long the walk is, what the exercise is. We love Timmy. That's him down there. He found my boat. He posted a picture of my boat off the side of the levee. Like, just, I guess he was on his walk and he was just sitting tucked in the bushes kind of, and right off the other side of that levee is the river. It was caught up and looked like some trees and shrubs, but you could definitely tell that it was brought up there and then just take it off and just rolled down. So from looking at what the inside looked at with the cut hoses and, you know, the plug not being in and stuff like that, I think they were definitely trying to sink it, was the main goal here. The gas tank was also cut into. So after I skipped the part of what people told me whenever this post was made on his behalf, because I didn't have him on Facebook, many people contacted me instantly. Like, I don't even think the post was up for 5 minutes and I had at least a dozen calls, 20 Instagram messages, 20 Facebook messages. I was getting many texts and tags, and it was like I had never seen. It was like somebody was messaging me that I won the damn lottery. So after finding out that, we sent the police there and we look at it, it's stripped. Whole boat is just in shambles at this point. They had taken my speakers out. They took the trolling motor. They took the big motor. They took a Sawzall to my gas tank. They also took a Sawzall to my entire console. So yeah, steering wheel, GPS units, VHF, all of it's gone at this point. Not so much trailer damage, but the overall boat was pretty much in salvage status at that point. I kind of knew that going into it as well, figuring if we do find it, it's not going to be how I want to find it. So one of my buddies had picked it up for me because I was 2 hours north still, brought it back to my camp, you know, took pictures of it for me, filed an insurance claim. Yes, I had insurance. But was it a pain? Absolutely. Yeah, it was horrible. It took me about 48 days to receive a check in the mail following that incident. And if you can imagine 48 days without a boat as a charter guide is a long time. It was a long time. Thankfully, like, I had so many people offering me to use their boats, and I ended up going with using my boss's boat for the time being. He had 2 Skeeters. I ended up buying one of them, the one I'd been using. So it was a lot newer boat. It was exciting, you know, to get something newer than what I had, but at the same time, I still wish I had my old boat, you know. It had things that I liked on it. It had my usual routine attached to it. And it was overall just a beautiful boat. I love it, still love it. The Black Beetle will not be forgotten. And so for the next question that I get all the time is, who did it? Well, that's still my question too. Do I have suspicions of who did it? Absolutely. Because it wasn't even just my boat that went stolen that week. There was 2 others, and 50 lower units were missing as well. So I think the problem is far bigger than what everybody wants to believe, and it's outside the parish limits as well. So I'll leave that up to the police department to figure out, because I am not an investigator as much as I want to be. But nobody was arrested in connection to what had happened to my property. There were several arrests for what other people's property had been stolen due to fingerprints and stuff like that linked to it, cameras, stuff. Unfortunately, they did not take fingerprints on my boat. Do I know why? No. Am I satisfied with that? Absolutely not. I believe this could have been, you know, someone could have been tried for grand theft in this point, because I mean, they caused over 50 grand in damage. $50,000 in damage. I did get word that my stuff was sold for a very, very low amount. So check your serial numbers. If you see a 250 show on the back of somebody's boat that just doesn't look right, maybe get them checked out. But overall, I just kind of felt violated in a way. Like somebody had pulled up to my camp, backed up, broke the trailer lock, did the full shebang, full rotation, and drove off. Actually leaving my Yeti bucket, then driving off. But the sad thing is that you can't let your guard down around there. I'm glad I did have the amount of community support that I do have and had. Lots of friends, family willing to help out, give me a great deal on their boats that they were selling. But I'm fortunate enough to have had a great offer on the boat that I have now. So did we move on to bigger and better things? Absolutely. Is it okay to be upset about what we did have? Yeah, it is. But I ended up buying the boat back, and we are going to redo the boat. So that's a video for the future, but that's pretty much an update. And if I'm missing any answers to any questions, I'll be sure to answer them in person if I see you, or in the comments if you want to leave a comment below. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me in January. And hopefully, you know, maybe one day, maybe in the future, they will find my stuff and there will be a little bit of closure regarding what has happened. But as far as now, we have to move on. But yeah, so that's pretty much the runaround about how my boat got stolen and where I'm at now. It's now been probably a few weeks since I've gotten my new boat, and we're running trips and we're back and better than ever. It's got fish slime on the deck, so that's how you know we're still rolling. But yep, that's pretty much it. Stolen boat, first year guiding. Woohoo, I think I'm a seasoned guide after that one. So, all right, well, thanks for hanging out, hearing my story. If I ever see you in person, feel free to say hey. I have gotten a lot of people at the Sportsman Show come up to me and be like, hey, I shared your post of the stolen boat. I appreciate you. And hopefully in the future, I won't have any more posts that need to be shared in that order. So, but I thank you guys for hanging out, hearing my story, and reaching out, all of you. I appreciate your support. Bye.